Hi friends, how you doing? I'm Greg Nichols. I am the owner of MFN Realty, and my wife and I own the firm together. Her name's Deborah Nichols. I am a California resident, a Sacramento native, born in this area, and you might say I know the city pretty well. I actually started this business in 1977. So do the math there. That's quite a while. Anyway, picked up a lot of expertise, a lot of knowledge in the business. You know, I was actually going to law school when I decided to leave law school and go into real estate. So it gave me a good foundation for dealing with contracts, dealing with real estate issues. But we've owned our own firm here since the 80s. We established it in 87. Now here's a little known fact that I have never shared yet is we have 7 grown children, all married, and we have 26 grandchildren. One of those is on the way. In fact, the son whose wife is expecting, they came out to visit us from back east, and I was in my office working, and my wife came and got me, says, "You better come out and see this." So I hustled out there not knowing what I'd see. And their little boy, who's about 1.5, he had a shirt on and it said, "Big Bro." And so I looked at that. I saw he's the only child. He had that Big Bro shirt on. They were saying to me and my wife that there's one in the oven, she's pregnant, my daughter-in-law's pregnant, and this little guy is going to be a big brother. It didn't take rocket science for me to figure that out, especially since it's the 26th one. You see what I mean? So anyway, we're blessed. We're very blessed and have really great kids. They're spread out a lot. Only 3 sets of them live in Sacramento area, and the other 4 sets live in the Midwest, back as far as Indiana. So anyway, we've got road trips to take. This real estate market, I want to tell you about that. It is not the market it was 90 days ago, even 60 days ago. It's different. Now this market, with as far as realtors go, there's some getting out of the business because it's a new market and it's a different market. Now this one separates the men from the boys in the sense who can sell a house, or the women from the young girls, right? Who can sell a house and who has skills and knowledge to get houses sold. And because 120 days ago, you didn't need much knowledge for the house to sell. It sold on the first day. Everybody remember that? So now the agents like me who've been around, I cut my teeth selling for about 25 years. I cut my teeth selling in real estate, selling homes that other agents couldn't sell. Well, this happened to me just as late as a year ago in 2021. This couple brought me a house. They called me. I had sent a piece of literature out to them when their house expired. I didn't know them, but they called me and they said, "Come out and talk to us." So I went out and I spoke with them. I noticed on the old listing that the house had been on the market 105 days. In that hot market, it had been on the market 105 days. It was a good looking house. It was a nice big custom. It was in the $700,000 range, and they had no offers. They were very disgusted. They were very depressed about it. Their other agent just couldn't get it done. So I noticed that they had a big detriment to the house, and that was a very busy thoroughfare on the other side of a wall that was their bane in selling that house because it was a very noisy place out there. It was very commercial out there. But they were basically on a cul-de-sac, and they were at the end of the cul-de-sac. But that cul-de-sac was next to that busy thoroughfare. So I could see that was probably a problem. There was actually no other issue with that house that I could see than that. So I did take it on. We hardly changed the price at all, kept the same price. But I had noticed a strength in the house that I don't think the other agent played up. It had a granny flat, and those are popular because if they're done well, and if they are fitting for like an elderly in-law to live in or something. And it wasn't complete. It had to be finished out, but they had the structure put together. And I said, okay, that's their angle, thoroughfare or not. Somebody's going to need this house. That's my angle. And you see, I was savvy enough with the business that I had a strength that I could push. So I began pushing that strength. And you know, the issue to overcome, the thoroughfare, I was trying to outweigh it by the existence of a granny flat. Well, I had that house shown 27 times as a listing agent. I showed it about 3 times myself, and every buyer turned it down because of that busy thing. And after about 45 days, on the 28th time, somebody made an offer. These people got their escrow checked. They sold, closed. They're on their way out of town, and that's where they wanted to go. Is they're moving out of town, and they were happy. They said, "You did such a good job." They gave me a great review, and I did something in 45 days that the other agent could not do in 105 days. So I just want to mention to you, I've done that hundreds of times in my career. And because I used to always specialize on expired listings that other people couldn't sell. Now, we'd be happy to talk to you. Give us a call. And we'd be happy to talk to you about your home and go over it with you on what we could do. We look for the strengths. It's when a lot of agents will just put your house in the MLS service, the listing, computer listing service, for all the other agents to look to see, and hopefully they're hoping that sells it. Then they might say, well, we'll do an open house, we'll do several open houses, and promise those out. And then they might have one of the newer agents in their office come out and hold it open, or they will. But you know, hard times takes unconventional and extra measures. And when we get you into that MLS service, that's only our starting point. We then have all these protocols that I've put together over many years to help people get their houses looked at and sold, and to get the best money they can get for them, and to get them done in the quickest amount of time. So if you're a seller and you need a good agent, give us a call. And here's my number, 916-580-7235. That number should also be below in the comments here. Anyway, God bless. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.